a rib. I don't wanna go out like Pop Smoke or Pac a Big, but I know God could do what he wants. That's his prerogative. Let karma come around right now. That sounds provocative, cause I know negative times a negative equals positive. Should we sin cause we under grace? I'm yelling God forbid. So many haters coming by camp. I gotta cop the sig. Traffic in Babylon, the head of the merchants. Just because of my skin, they think I'm less of a person. I'm coming to bruise the head of the serpent. I got blood on my hands and they red as a surgeon. Blessings and curses.
Take a look at me and tell me what you see. Do you see a thug or do you see a human being? I'm not asking for your sympathy. All I'm asking is for you to believe in me. You to believe in me.
That's right. All praise and glory and honor to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yeah, this your brother Taza Yacht. Come back at y'all with another chopper, right? Appreciate y'all chopping up me. It's real deal. You know what I mean? You know, we're in these last days, right? You know, we gotta stay focused, man. We gotta stay on that narrow path, right? Gotta make sure we don't let nothing get in the way. You know what I mean? You know, a righteous man falls 77 times. However, we can't get out this narrow path, right? We can't look back, right? We already put our foot to the plow, right? So the whole time, you gotta be aware of the enemy, right? We already know what the enemy came to do, right? Let's get right into it whole time. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. You know what I mean? Because you gotta be able to separate, right? How can two walk together? You know what I mean? You gotta examine yourself, right? Make sure you're on the right hand side of the Most High. All right, it's the book of 1 Peter chapter 5. Jump to verse 8. And it says, be sober, be vigilant, Salakia. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour, right? So the whole time, we already know the word devil means deceiver, right? So he can, he can be in any form, you know what I mean? We should all know that, a lot of times it can be an outsider, but also a lot of times it can be the ones closer to you, right? It's very easy for the devil or Satan, whatever you want to call him, all right, to use somebody that's close to you because they're the ones that can touch you easier than an outsider, right? So you got to be sober. You know what I'm saying? Be aware, be vigilant, always, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. Straight like that. Like he trying to catch you slipping, right? So you got to be on point. Verse 9, whom resist steadfast in the faith, right? Knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world, right? So you gotta know you ain't by yourself, basically, right? You gotta resist. The only way you can resist is say you gotta be in the faith, right? Knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. You feel what I'm saying? So basically, it's going. The devil, he a deceiver. You know what I mean? And he not deceiving. If you're not, basically, if somebody deceiving you, that means they catching you slipping. Whole time, right? If it ain't catching you slipping, then it's not deceiving to you, like, you know what I mean? But the only way for you not, right, to be deceived is to be sober, right, and be diligent, right? So whole time to be consistently sober and diligent, not just of drugs and wine, right, but spiritual wine, right? You gotta make sure that you sober, your mind is sober, right? Let me get right into it. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11. It says, put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. That's how, right? That's how you be sober and diligent, consistently. You put on that full armor of God. Straight like that. You put on that full armor of God, what it say? That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. That's the only way. It's telling you right there. Right? Let me see, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickednesses in high places. So whole time, like we just said earlier, it's a spirit, right, on the left-hand side that's taking over, usually somebody close to you, or it could be an outsider, right? But they're going to deceive you, You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna be able to get into you when you're on guard. It's like a thief, right? He's gonna try to deceive you and get in, right? Let me go one more. Verse 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So whole time you gotta take on the whole armor of God so you able to withstand all, right? You gotta take on the whole armor of God, straight like that. And paraphrasing, the armor of God is these laws, statutes, and commandments, and faith in Yahweh Shah, right? But we gonna prove all things. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16. I'm gonna jump to verse 7, right? It says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh his enemies to be at peace with him. Straight like that. So to have that whole armor of God, you gotta please the Lord, right? You have to please the Lord. Straight like that. Verse 8, better is a little with righteousness than a great revenues without right. Right? So whole time it's better for you to be a little bit of righteous, right, than you to have a lot and not be righteous at all. You feel what I'm saying? Because everything ain't what it seems, right? Even though we judge a man by his look off top, like the scriptures say, however, you gotta get deeper than that. You feel what I'm saying? If you can get deeper than that, sometimes you can't. You might just gotta judge off appearance, right? But whole time you gotta get deeper than that. And so, I mean, a little bit of light is very bright in darkness, basically, is what it's saying, right? So whole time you need that faith to please the Most High, right? And even if it's a little bit, going back to that, what Yahweh Shah say? Faith of a mustard seed, whole time, right? So you gotta have that faith to please God. I mean, let's go. Let's keep man's faith real fast. The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 6, right? It says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. So faith is very important, right? They say you need faith to please him. Then it say, without faith, it's impossible to please him, right? Salakia. When you got the faith, right, you pleasing the Most High. Salakia. My bad, Israel. Salakia. I'm going to start over from the top. Salakia. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 6. It says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So all the time, you got to have the faith, right? But then you got to also diligently seek him. You see what I'm saying? How do you diligently seek him? You got to open up these scriptures, right? You got to get into this word, right? The scripture also say, how do you know him? Hereby we know that we know him if we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So you got to diligently seek him, find him out, right? Anything that you're really into, you finding that out. Straight like that. Anything that you're really into, you seeking it. You're like, oh, what I got to do? All right, oh, okay, what's the next step? Type of thing, right? Whole time. So we know you got faith and you got to seek him, right? Try and get this armor God on you, right? So you can, fight the enemy and not allow him to deceive you, right? But what else we need? Salat. It's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 17, right? It says, even so faith, if it have not works, it is dead, being alone. We all should know that, James 2:18. Yea, a man say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without works, and I will show you thy faith, Salakia, and I will show thee my faith by my works, Salakia, Israel. All right, let me read that again. It's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 18. It says, yea, a man say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without works. Exactly, you can't show faith without works. And I will show thee my faith by my works, right? So the whole time, we believe in the Most High and His Son Yahweh Shah. So how do we show that? We show that by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments that He gave us, right? To compare that, not trying to get too deep, but to compare that to before Christ, basically everybody believed that the Most High was real, so they did what He said, straight like that, right? But when Christ came, it's like, all right, we're not just believing in the law or in the Most High. Most High said we got to believe in His Son that He sent, the perfect Lamb, right? And we got to keep the commandments, faith and works, straight like that. So that's the whole armor of God right there, right? And man, It's not deep. It's really not deep. It's the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. Because, you know, some people might say, you know, it's easy for you. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All things through Christ who strengthens me. Straight like that. So ain't no excuse. We can defeat this enemy. For real, the battle, the war's already won. We just in the battlefield. And really, you know what I'm saying, on the Lord deeper for real, the battlefield is really within yourself. Like, you are your so-called worst enemy, right? You know what I mean? Just like I was just seeing on the cartoons with the one angel on one side, one angel on the other side, right? You are your worst enemy at the end of the day. That's why the Most High said, choose ye this day who you gonna serve. Straight like that. With the scriptures, like the scripture says, choose ye this day who you gonna serve. You feel what I'm saying? If you're on the right hand side trying, you know, serve the Most High, all right, then you know you're gonna believe you can do all things. You're not gonna say, well, I can't. You're not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, let me give you a little cheat code too. Salakia, I ain't hold you too long. Let me get you one more. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 15. Right? Let me see. KJV. It says, a soft answer turn away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Straight like that. So, you know, if you're in the midst, let's say you're in the midst of somebody strifing or beefing or arguing, right? It says, this is the scripture, so it's going to work. It's guaranteed. It says, a soft answer turn away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. So, somebody beefing at you, you can be like, all right, sure then. Or you can be like, and just don't say nothing. They're going to beef with themselves. The whole time, if you stir them up, if you start yakking back, come on now, that's fuel to the fire. Right? Verse 2, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth slacketh. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness. So the tongue of the wise useth knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you wise, you're going to use knowledge. These knowledge is these laws, statutes, and commandments. You're going to remember, hold up, a soft answer turn away wrath. Okay, so I ain't ready yakety yak, right? But the mouth of the fools poureth out foolishness. You're going to say, oh, nah, you going at me, I'm ready to go at you. You feel what I'm saying? Like Ecclesiastes says, a time, place for everything. We ain't going to say you always give them a soft answer, right? But most of the time, though, being wise, though, you give a soft answer, shorty, because it's a time, place for everything. You know what I mean? We wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You know what I mean? And most of the time, it's our people. So we can't just be quick to strive. Like Christ said, turn the other cheek. You feel what I'm saying? Not if they smack you in the face, but if they just barking and they ain't touching you, turn the other cheek, shorty. It ain't really worth it. We gotta love our people out here. All right, last one, Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's simple, but it's not easy. But we gotta be patient. It's Revelations 14:12. It says, here is the patience of the saints, right? So if you're a saint, you gotta be patient, right? Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua, of Jesus, right? And that's the point I've been making about the armor of God, so you can defeat the enemy, basically. Straight like that, sure. And keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and faith in the Most High Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushua in the Paleo Hebrew, right? Straight like that, Israel. Do not let the enemy get to you. You know what I mean? We in captivity until the Yahushua delivers, so we got to endure to the end. Straight like that. Be strong. Amen. All praise and glory and honor to our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Appreciate y'all chatting with me, Israel. Till next time, DTA. Shalom.